Good evening, everybody, and welcome here to the Raw Review. As you know, these Raw reviews, SmackDown reviews, are pretty much down and dirty, so hopefully you do enjoy them for what they are. But let's go through talk about Monday Night Raw here tonight on June 18th, 2018. Raw kicking off with Alexa Bliss celebration, or becoming the new Raw Women's Champion after winning the Money in the Bank, and then catching the same night and win the championship. She is now a five-time Women's Champion overall, 3 times for Raw, 2 times for SmackDown Live. She's the first woman to successfully cash in her Money in the Bank on the same night. First woman to do that, cashing in on the same night and being successful. Um, and she's also now one championship reign away, whether after she drops it next and then winning it back here on Raw or winning it on SmackDown Live, to tie Charlotte Flair and her record, or her records of being champion. And then above that, 2 notches away from Trish Stratus, who was 7-time women's champion overall. So Bliss and Flair going after that record there, and I'm sure Banks will be joining them in the record books or soon thereafter in the future. But either way, Alexa Bliss looking good there, the champion for sure. Kurt Angle announces that Nia Jax will get a rematch for the Raw Women's title at Extreme Rules. On Thursday, I'll be talking about actually not only my thoughts about Extreme Rules and specifically with the Alexa Bliss situation, but a nice little interaction I had with one of my friends, Chrome, who hosts his own podcast. We're talking about his thoughts there too. Moving right along here, Ronda Rousey attacking Alexa Bliss. Kurt Angle tries to stop her, but she judo flips Kurt Angle and then attacks him. Alexa in the wraps before putting Alexa Bliss through a table. And then Kurt Angle catches up with her, and meaning Ronda, and says she's suspended for 30 days and may have given up her chance to ever be Raw Women's Champion. Blah, blah, blah. We'll see how that goes. And what seems to say like, then she'll be back, if not at the pay-per-view, or the night after the pay-per-view. And it might be Ronda Rousey versus Bliss. Rousey versus Bliss at SummerSlam. Maybe a fatal four-way. Ronda, Bliss, Bayley, Banks. Who knows? Seth Rollins issues an open challenge for the Intercontinental Championship, and Dolph Ziggler accepts. Though when Drew McIntyre came out, I actually thought that meant that he was answering the challenge. Dolph was just like, "Psych, gotcha." When nope, right? Dolph Ziggler wins and defeats Seth Rollins, which I was very surprised by the way, to become a 6-time Intercontinental Champion. Didn't expect that to happen, but why not? Dolph Ziggler's ruining his career, so there you go. Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre say that tonight was just the first step, and many more title wins are coming for them. Tag team titles, maybe? Who knows? Does remind me of a Shawn Michaels Diesel situation back in the day, but I know they wouldn't just copy and paste their storylines and how that went. Same. Bobby Roode defeats Kurt Hawkins, so Roode was on the show, getting a squash win there. Braun Strowman announces he will cash in when Brock Lesnar finally shows his face. So that means, will he cash in and be part of this Super Show title match? Why would he need to do that? He has a briefcase. He can cash in anytime, before or after. And if he means that next time Brock Lesnar shows his face, that means if he's on Raw, Brock Lesnar, Braun says he's just going to cash in. Whether, Brock's not in the match, he's just there to whatever, and then he'll cash in. So whatever. There you go. Kevin Owens interrupts and offers to have Braun Strowman's back until he cashes in, and they can have a Universal title match. Then there, Braun does not accept KO's offer and tries to there. Okay, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt beat Heath Slater and Rhino, but before the match, the B team mocked them and cosplaying them, and Bo Dallas as his brother, other than Bray Wyatt, was actually pretty awesome. Curtis Axel didn't do too bad as Matt Hardy, as Woken Matt Hardy, but yeah. Jinder Mahal defeating Chad Gable, all part of Chad Gable's spawn, so to speak. Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan beat Bayley and Sasha Banks after the match. Sasha shoves Bayley. Kurt Angle announces a multi-man match for Extreme Rules. The winner will be the #1 contender for the Universal Championship. Well, last time I checked, didn't we do this last year? Last year we had Fatal 5-Way. I don't know if this one's going to be Fatal 5-Way as well, or six-pack challenge, a gauntlet match, men's gauntlet match, or whatever. But it's kind of the same thing that they had last year. Who should be the number one contender? Who's going to face Brock? Winner of this will face him at WrestleMania or at SummerSlam. Yeah, SummerSlam, sorry. And blah, 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 and all that other stuff. And Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns are the first two competitors confirmed for the match. Interesting to see who we're going to have next in or announced for the match. Maybe Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, not Braun, Seth Rollins as well. Seth Rollins now is probably will lose next week and then say, okay, now I'm moving on from that, focusing on this and whatever. Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns defeat the Revival in that tag team match. And announced for tomorrow night's for SmackDown Live main event, announced on, it will be Daniel Bryan versus The Miz versus Rusev versus Big E versus Samoa Joe in a gauntlet match. And the winner will face AJ Styles for the WWE Championship at Extreme Rules. Now, early prediction there, Samoa Joe. Big E, no, but clearly in the big match. Rusev, yeah, I wish. The Miz should have win the briefcase. Daniel Bryan, yeah, he's over superstar, but still has stuff going on with Big Cass, unless they just have him get a title match now. And get that out of the way, and then he can get back to the line. But we'll see. Mojo Rawley defeats No Way Jose, and it seems like for the first time, though I'm sure maybe it happened before. He didn't get an entrance. Like, you just come to commercial, and there's Mojo Rawley, and then the entrance for No Way Jose. It was like that. And, like, okay, well, then this usually means that that superstar either is an indie star or whatever superstar that is on the roster, but going to get squashed. But Mojo Rawley, I thought they were going to do something with him. And No Way Jose, they ain't going to do Jack, you know what, Shizaki about him or with him. So that was interesting and odd in that sense. Because they just like to show No Way Jose's entrance and whatever. Elias wants to be in the multi-man match at Extreme Rules. Well, good luck. For sure. Seth Rollins announced that he will invoke his rematch clause for the Intercontinental Championship against Dolph Ziggler next week on Monday Night Raw. I hope he wins it back. But then again, I don't know if I want him to win it back because I would like to see him in the Universal title picture and be part of that multi-man match. And Baron Corbin and Kevin Owens rounded off the night by defeating Finn Balor and Braun Strowman in a tag team action. Constable Corbin actually in his Constable gear. I thought he would actually wear his regular, Baron Corbin wrestling gear. But I stay in his Constable Corbin. Kind of like Corporate Kane. He always, he didn't wear the full suit, of course. Obviously, you don't want to wrestle in a full suit. But still in his dress attire. Dress shirt, dress pants at least. The vest looks pretty cool on Baron, too. I mean, that whole get up and look is awesome. He's doing pretty good in this role. Like I said, hopefully it is for a push. And him actually getting the pin in the win here. Taking, beating from Braun and pinning Finn in the match. That was pretty cool. So that, in a nutshell, is Monday Night Raw. Like I said, I usually like to go fast and fury. Down and dirty, so to speak, with these reviews. But we might talk more in depth of Raw and SmackDown Live, of course, after these individual reviews. It's the same song and dance, right, every single week. My Raw review, SmackDown review, they're kind of cut and dry, talking about each and everything that happened. Hopefully you didn't miss anything out. And then on Thursday, we talk about more in depth, if my team members are there, or even just myself, of Raw and SmackDown. And then this week, it'll also be about Money in the Bank and otherwise. So hopefully, you guys all enjoyed it. And hopefully you all have a great rest of your evening and rest of your week, rest of your days. Tomorrow I'll be back, as always, for my SmackDown Live review after the show, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. The SmackDown Live review should be cool, especially with that main event that's scheduled. Who will be the one to face AJ Styles? Right now, my official prediction for that is Samoa Joe. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, ring the bell, and above all else, as always, take care.